I used to love video games like The Legend of Zelda, like RPG games that have you play as the hero who has to save the world from some evil villain. But now I don't, and it's all thanks to a PC game. I don't exactly remember when it was, but a new game was coming out on the internet, and it was downloadable, and even free. It was made in Japan though, as my friend told me, so a team of American game developers were working to translate, and hopefully dub the game in English, then release it on Steam or something. Unfortunately, the dub was never finished, so things like the title screen would either be in Japanese or buggy. But for some strange reason, the game was released despite being unfinished. Its name on Steam was simply Adventure, but when I downloaded it, the file name was spelled in Japanese katanka. I thought this was weird since I expected the name to be something like Adventure.exe or something like that. Regardless, and now that I think about it, careless too, I started the game to see what it was like. I was greeted with a 3D rotating image of a castle, and below that, a yellow-orange button with play on it. What I didn't notice immediately was that there was no title at all. Instead, there was red text reading error #53, cannot load title image, as if nothing was wrong. I didn't think there was, so I clicked play. As soon as the game loaded, I thought of Minecraft. It had the same first-person view, I had a sword in my hand, and I was in some kind of village. Not bad graphics, music was pretty good. Reminded me of Zelda. The NPCs in the village were pretty funny looking. They had only a pair of red shorts on, they were completely bald, and they had those black eyes that looked like pills. When I walked up to one of them, a text box popped up, saying simply, "Greetings, friend." So I walked up to another. This one instead said, "Error 53, unknown." This was weird, but for a game that was unfinished, it's Americanization process. This was normal. What wasn't normal was another guy. He was apparently running into a tree. He was just running in place at the tree, quietly chuckling to myself. I head for the big castle in front. It was the same castle from the title screen, except there was a king in front of it, and another bugged guy. This one looked like he was sidestepping the castle. The king looked like everyone else, same overall body shape, eyes, no mouth, except he was dressed in yellow and had a grey-white beard and also a gold crown. When I walked up to him, he said, "Greetings, adventurer. We are in need of your help." I clicked the screen to continue. That nasty old Jack and his henchmen keep sneaking in our castle at night to steal our gold. The view changed to that of a scarecrow with jack-o'-lantern head, with two guards looking like samurai next to him. This was Jack, I suppose. "Please defeat Jack and get our gold back," the king said again. "Head east of the town into the woods and you're sure to find him there. Your reward will be great." Pretty simple. Find Jack, defeat him, get the gold. So I did just that. I headed east toward a trail in between two hills. A few samurai tried to stop me, and I defeated them easily. A few more came, still easily. The music was different, fast-paced, but with the same tone. Then something weird happened. A picture popped up. For a split second though, so all I could make out was that it was taken in night vision. Another popped up, and another, and another. Finally, I came to Jack. He laughed, saying this will be fun. I charged at him and attacked, and well, stuff happened. The second I hit Jack, he turned into some kind of armless corpse. The sky went pitch black, and the hills went grey. I was now certain this game was hacked. There was no more music either. I had no other choice but to go back to the village. Everything was back to normal, apparently, except for those pictures. I kept walking and found, I don't even know, it was some kind of alien-looking thing. Possibly some leftover model that got stuck in the game, because every time I tried to hit it, nothing happened. It never moved, and I could walk right through it. So I did. I then nearly fell out of my seat when a picture of some Photoshop ghost picture was thrown at me. It was followed by a loud bang and all the textures just fell into chaos. Sky was black, trees were white, and the ground was checkered pink and white. I could hear some sort of 911 phone call going on, which had nothing to do with the game whatsoever. After that, I was back at the village, and now things were really getting weird. A knight from the top of the castle was now giant and just stood there. The screen was blanked out at random times, and everyone I talked to just said Error 53, unknown. I was freaked out by all this, and when I walked up to the king, who by the way was laying on his side in midair, said too the same thing, Error 53, unknown. And then his text box was just filled with this: death, 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 death. At this point, some of the buildings lost the texture and were now pink. I kept on walking around, but when I passed a building, I got assaulted by another damn screamer. A terrified face stared right back at me. Now all the texture was gone, and my sub was upside down. The music was something out of dead silence. It was madness. I saw a row of figures heading my way. They just kept moving, and when they touched me, the game just crashed. I heard nothing but white noise. Then the title screen came up, but it wasn't moving or playing music. It just sat there. The same white noise, with that same damn error message. Error 53, unknown. I exited the game. Aftermath. I told all this to my friend. I'm not sure if he believed me because he recreated the game and put it up on GameJolt. I'm still not sure how to respond to all this. A lot of famous YouTubers have played my friend's recreation, like Markiplier, Yummy Mash, and Jacksepticeye. He asked me if it was accurate like my experience, and I haven't told him. I didn't want to. I don't want to know. I don't even know what I experienced. All I know is that it was taken down from Steam a day later, but you can still play it on GameJolt.